What's up, guys? This is the second video showing how you can work with the Spotify API using Python to automatically create playlists. If you haven't seen the first video, the link is in the description. Go there and watch it before watching this video here. Okay, so the first thing we must do is to ask ChatGPT to give us a CSV file containing the best songs from a specific year. And this CSV file must have just two columns. One column will be the music and the other will be the name of the artist or artists. So let's do it. I will go here in ChatGPT and ask, give me the 20 most popular songs of 2012 in a CSV format with a song column and an artist column. Okay, here we have the CSV file with the songs and artist names. I will copy it and I will create a new file inside my folder here, which will be called songs.csv. I will paste here, and we have exactly what I asked ChatGPT, the name of each music, and then the name of the artist or artists. Okay, we have musics with a single artist and musics with more than one. But why do we need this information? Well, if you go on Spotify for Developers, Documentation, Web API, scroll here down and go on search for item, you will see that we can search for a specific music, artist, playlist, album, and other things here using this method, which is the search method. And we basically search using the search query, which is this letter Q here. I found that the most effective way to use it to find a specific track on Spotify is to write the name of the song, a space, and then the name of the artist or artists. For example, let me get this first sound here. Somebody that I used to know. I will write somebody that I used to know, a space, and then the name of the artists. I will choose the type track because I want the song. The market, I will leave it blank. The limit, I found that the best is to use 2. If we use 1, in many cases, it's gonna give us the wrong track, the wrong song. But if we use 2, it's gonna work in most of the cases. Of course, Spotify, this API has a problem, which is when we search for a song that does not exist on Spotify, it just gave us a random song. Instead of giving us an empty result, it gives us a random song. And it may be frustrating sometimes, okay? But you will see later this happening. The offset I will not change. I will leave it blank. External, I will also leave it blank, and I will click here to try it to see the response sample. So we limit it to 2 results, and what we want to find is the track. So I will press Ctrl+F here to search track. Here we can see a link to Spotify, and I will copy this link and search for it here, paste here, to see if we got the right link. Okay, here we got the right link. So it's working properly in this way that I showed you, which is to put the name of the music, somebody that I used to know, a space, and the name of the artist, type track, limit 2, and this is it for now. If we put limit 1 here, it probably is gonna give us a wrong result. Here we have the link. I think it's the same link. No, it's not the same link. It's another link. Let's see. As you can see, it gave us a different link. In this case, it's right. but testing with the limit of 1, I got many wrong results, okay? So I recommend you to use 2 here, or you can test yourself to see what's gonna be the best for you. So with this in mind, we need to get the name of each song here and the artists for each music that we want to find on Spotify. So now I will open the file using a context manager here, which is this with. If you don't know why to use a context manager, basically it will close the file automatically after this snippet of code. So to parse better the contents from the CSV file, I will import the CSV module, and I will use a method csv.reader, and I will use as argument the file here and assign the output to a variable, which I will call CSV data. And with this CSV reader here, we can iterate using a for loop and get the values of each row. I will show you now. For I, row in enumerate CSV data, print f string here, and I will show I will be the row, the number of the row, and row will be the content of each row. I'm using this enumerate function to get the value of each iteration. Now let's print this. And as you can see, we have in the row 0, song and artist. Row 1, the first music and artist. Row 2, the second music and artist. And so it goes in this way until the last music and artist. Okay? Now I'm gonna change this for loop here, deleting the I and also the enumerate. And before this, I will create a list here which will be called musics, artists, and this list will contain, it will be a list of lists. Okay, I will create a list, and each element of this list will be a row of the CSV file. Yeah, as you can see, if we iterate over the CSV reader, we get in each iteration a list, okay? So I will iterate over the CSV reader and I will append each row to the music's artists list. So here we have music's artists.append row. We can even print our lists here below to see. And here we have a list of lists, and inside each list we have 2 items. The first item is the song and the second item is the artist. We will have to ignore the first item of the major list and start in the second item. So as you can see here, we have the first item of this list here being the name of the music and the second the artist. And we will use this information to search on Spotify for each music. And to search on Spotify for each track, we are gonna use our Spotify object that we created on the first video, this SP here. And we are gonna use the method sp.search, in which we use a query, we set the limit, and we are gonna set also the type. This works in the same way that I showed here in the Spotify for Developers documentation. So let's do a test. I will set the query here, and I will get the second song, Call Me Maybe, and put a space here and get the name of the artist to paste here. Now we need to set the limit, which I will set to 2 for the reason I said before. And then we are gonna set the type, which is gonna be track. And I will assign the output to a variable, music found. Now let's print this variable and run the code. Here we have, it's a more complex JSON object, so now the debugger will be very useful. So let's use it. I will put a print statement here at a breakpoint and run the debugger. Here we can go on debug console. We have our variable, which is music found here, our JSON object, and putting it in the debug console, we can understand better the structure. So first we have a dictionary with a single key, which is tracks. Then we have another dictionary that has 7 different keys here. And what we want to get from this JSON structure is the track URI. And here inside this dictionary, we have this key items, which is a list. And this list contains 2 items, which are 2 dictionaries, because we specified the limit of 2 here. If we specified 5, this list here items would have 5 items. And we can go inside this list items in the first item here. And then we will get the ID of the music, okay? Which is also called URI of the music. So to get this ID, we must follow this path here. First, we went through tracks. So I will write music found brackets and tracks here. Then after that, we went inside items. And inside items, which is a list, we accessed the first item of this list, number 0, which is a dictionary. And inside this dictionary, we accessed the key ID. We write here, and this will be the path. Let's press enter here. And here we have the music ID or music URI. We can search on Spotify, for example. We can see that the link for a music is openspotify.com/track/the ID of the music. Let me copy it here. Let me copy the ID and paste here. And we must get the music, which is Call Me Maybe. Here we have it. So this is what we need to do. We need to access this variable, and inside it, we need to get the music URI or music ID, which is a unique code for each music. And the way we do this is by following this path here. Tracks, items, 0, and ID. Well, now you already know how to work with this JSON data to get the music ID or music URI. In the next video, we will create a Spotify playlist, and then we will search for each music using this sp.search method here and add to this playlist. So, if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and click on the like button to help me grow this channel, and tell me in the comments below what project ideas you want to see here in this channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.